Welcome to the Girl, You're a Goddess podcast, the sacred space where divine feminine energy meets empowered living. I'm Hilary Burton, a licensed therapist, feminine empowerment coach, and professional dominatrix, here to guide you on a transformative journey of confidence, sensuality, and magnetic power. Whether you're manifesting your dream life, reigniting passion in your relationships, or simply seeking more joy and pleasure, this podcast is your guide to becoming the goddess you were meant to be. Hello, beautiful goddesses. I am very excited to be sharing this episode with you this week because I had such a juicy morning with my favorite new submissive, my little slave boy. It was incredible. And I realized that today is also day 11 of our Awaken Your Feminine playbook. And I've been doing the playbook journey with a group of goddesses. And so we've all been going through it together, and we've been doing the daily practices, the journal prompts, the embodiment, and we've been going over like little tidbits and little takeaways that we've experienced each day. And so yesterday was beautiful. It was all about our feminine play and how we lose that as we get older, and how some of that is suppressed and we're disconnected from our childhood selves and our childhood pleasure and joy. And so really tapping into our feminine play with that. But today is day 11 and it is all about desire. And so as I was in my session this morning, I didn't even realize that was today's topic because I've been doing them in the evenings. And so to tie that in was just so aligned. And I really, really love the energy with this submissive because we previously knew each other. And so there's a playful aspect to it. It's playful and it's fun, and there's a little more lightness to it. And because of that, and because we do have a personal connection, it makes it easier for me to step into the space of feeling like I have more free reign, trying new things, and really, truly owning my desires. So yes, I do this in all sessions with all of my submissives, right? Like it's based in what I like and what I want and the energy of worship that I want to go in the session. But because this submissive and I know each other very well, it's different. It's so different, and it's so fun to play in because there is no desire of mine that's off limits. There really isn't. And it's so much more freeing for me to command and dictate those desires because I know him and we do have that established connection, and it's so freeing. It's absolutely freeing. And so there were specific things that I wanted today, and I just went for it. I just did it because I felt like it, because I wanted to, because that was my desire. And not to feel questioning that, not to feel like there should be any shame in that, which doesn't happen often, especially in a dominant role. But still, there are boundaries and there are lines that we try to stay within. But because of our relationship, I have so much free reign and freedom with this submissive, and it's incredible. And so it was such a perfectly aligned reminder, especially with today's theme of desire, because there is so much shame and suppression around our desires, that women aren't allowed to have desires. We're not supposed to speak them. We're not supposed to make it known, or that everyone else's desires take priority over ours. And this isn't even in the sexual realm. This is just in general. Like, we feel like we have to prioritize our children's desires, our spouse's desires, our friends' desires, our boss's desires, right? Like, everything in the world tells us that we need to put everyone else's priorities and desires before our own. But the true key is when we own those desires, when we accept them, when we enjoy them, and when we feel free enough to take action on those desires, that's where the magic happens. And so Many of us don't even know what our desires are. Like, what do we want? What energy do we want to play in? What's something new that I want to try? And this could be just daily life. It doesn't have to be spicy. It can be spicy. I mean, that is a huge realm that women also don't speak their desires, is in the bedroom, because we've been conditioned that our purpose is to please men, is to, be the perfect submissive, or be the perfect wife, or do all of these things in the bedroom for the man. We're not even pleasing ourselves. We're not even meeting our own desires. And not only are we not meeting our own desires, we don't know what they are. And because we don't know what they are, then we're not speaking them. And our partner can't help us meet those desires because we don't even have a concept of what that looks like. Because we have so seldomly experienced that level of desire and pleasure, and not only having the desire, but then receiving it, right? Saying, I want this, I've envisioned this, I've fantasized about this, and then actually receiving that and playing in it and having that come to life. That's so rare for women to experience, but it's so magical. And the energy that goes into that is so aligned with your higher self, with creation, with abundance. When you are playing and you feel free and you feel fulfilled and you feel passionate, that is truly where you call in all of the incredible things that you're trying to bring into your reality. The abundance, the wealth, the pleasure, the joy, the love. And so sitting down and thinking, what are my desires? What do I desire in life? What do I desire from a partner? What do I want to feel today? What do I desire in the bedroom? Do I want to bring men to their knees? What do you desire? Our desire is literally a sacred current of our feminine. So it's fueling our power. It's magnetizing the things that we are craving. It's igniting that feminine energy, that sensual energy. That's where our creation and our abundance comes from. And I feel like so often we think of like our desires as indulgent because it's putting ourselves first, and well, is that too much? Or should I not want that? Is that a little extreme? Or, girl, you can be out there bringing men to their knees. You can go live out any desire that you want, as long as it's not harming you or other people. Like, you can go live out any desire you want. And to stop the cycle of shame and suppression in the programming of that. Our desire does not come from indulgence. It comes from alignment. Aligning with our feminine needs, our energy, our sacred flow, right? Our nature. The nature of women to have pleasure and joy and fulfillment and passion and abundance. That is the energy we're supposed to be living in. And we've gotten so disconnected from that. And so to be sitting there on my throne, telling this man exactly what I desire with zero hesitation from him, as it should be, and me with full expectation that he is going to follow through with this. Of course he is. It's my desire. He would do everything in his ability to meet that desire for me, to make that happen for me. And it hit me right then and there about how many of us are still suppressing ourselves, how much we are still holding ourselves back from the things that we want, the things that we want from others, the things that we want for ourselves. Because that's true alignment. And that's true feminine power. And sitting in that, knowing that the things that I want are always coming to me. There is no limit on what the universe could do. I am setting those limits myself. I am the only thing that is limiting. Like, I posted something the other day and it was talking about stop working off of your budget, work off the universe's budget. Like, the universe's budget is limitless. And we are the only ones that are setting those boundaries on ourselves. And so you're telling yourself that what you want isn't realistic or what you want is too indulgent. That's not true. You're setting that boundary for yourself. It's unlimited. You can have whatever you want. Whatever desire you have is possible. You're just setting that boundary for yourself. So I want to do a little practice. We are going to do an affirmation practice about your desires, because many of us don't even know what our desires are. And so getting into the energy of, this is what fuels me, this is what feels powerful to me, this is what feels in alignment, is really going to change things. So go ahead and take a deep breath, soften your shoulders, and close your eyes. Place one hand on your heart and one on your lower belly. Feel the rise and fall of your breath and allow yourself to drop in. Now, repeat softly or say in your mind, I am safe to want. My desires are sacred. They are not too much. They are not wrong. They are divine. Desire is my compass. When I honor what I want, I honor who I am. I no longer chase, I magnetize. I am the one the world responds to. I follow what feels alive. I follow what lights me up. I receive with softness, with power, and with reverence. Take one more deep breath into your womb space. You might feel that little ember or flicker of longing, and instead of pushing it away, embrace it. Let it expand. You are worthy of every single thing you desire. Now open your eyes. You are worthy of your desires, and they're in there. You might not have felt the safety or the freedom to let yourself feel those things, but you have them. And you've been holding yourself back because of fear of judgment or suppression or just disconnect. And so to know that I have desires, these desires are not being met, they might not be known, but there is nothing to feel bad about wanting something, about wanting indulgence or passion or fulfillment or play. There's nothing wrong about wanting that. And there's nothing wrong about voicing the things that you want. And even if you tell someone what you want and they don't make it happen, they don't follow through with it, they don't agree with you, they just might not be the right person, and that's also okay. The universe is your limit of your desires. The only thing holding you back from those is you. And that ties in so well to the journal prompt for today. And I'm going to read it to you because I feel like it's really valuable and it's really helpful to get an idea of what your desires are, because many of us don't even know where to start. So in day 11 of owning your desires, the journal prompt is, what desires have I been hiding or denying? We have so many of these. As women, we are shamed one way or another, right? We're doing too much. We're not doing enough. We want too much. We don't want enough. We're too sexual. We're not sexual enough. We are too young. We are too old. What have you been hiding in that subconscious programming? What have you been hiding in societal expectations? And what have you been denying yourself? What desires do you know are deep within that you don't even let see the light of day? The desires that you don't even acknowledge yourself. Because those really, really deep desires are the true path to your alignment, the true path to your fulfillment, your purpose, your passion. You might think they're weird. You might think they're crazy. You might think they're too much. That is where your power is. Your power is in the things that make you unique, the things that make you weird, the things that other people are like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. Like when I tell people I'm a dominatrix. Some of my highest purpose and my alignment and my feminine power comes from being dominant and bringing men to their knees. And for a lot of people, that is shocking to hear. It shocks people when I tell them I'm a dominatrix. And I hid it for so long. I felt guilt. I felt shame. I suppressed so many of my desires for so long because I felt like it was too much. And I bought into the societal shame and the programming of my childhood about, well, good girls don't talk about sex. Good girls don't talk about their desires. Good girls don't want any of that. Who the fuck said I wanted to be a good girl? And also, where has that ever gotten any of us down the mediocre path of life because we've suppressed and denied our desires and our fulfillment and our passion and our joy because we lived the life that everyone told us we needed to live? That is enough. That is enough of that. You have deep-seated desires, passions, things that bring you fulfillment and joy that you have been denying and you have been hiding. And so this is your perfect opportunity to do the inner work to figure out what those are. What are those things that I have wanted to experience? What are those things that I'm telling myself is too much? Other people would think I'm crazy. My family would disown me. I'll lose my friends. On that note, the people that truly love you and support you and want to see you successful and happy, they will support those things. They will support your true alignment, your true path. The people that don't are not your real friends. The people that don't are not on your same frequency. They do not hold the same vibration, and they will not be going with you as you level up, and that's okay. That's okay. We have people for seasons. And if your family doesn't support you, that's some inner work that you have to do about not requiring that validation to fulfill your purpose and your passion and your joy. Because I guarantee when you're on the other side of it, and you're successful and you're abundant and you're passionate and you're joyful and you are loving, they're going to love you just as they love you now. But it's hard for people to deal with the change. People fear what they don't know. And so they might not love that in between you, and they might not love that end version of you either. And that's also okay. Are you here to live their life? Are you here to live the life that they envisioned for you? Or are you here to live your own life? Are you here to live in your own alignment, your own desire, your own passion, your own purpose? Or are you doing it for someone else? Because right now, so many of us are doing it for someone else. There are so many of us that are living for other people's lives, other people's ideas of who, what, and how we should be. No longer are we doing that. You're a goddess, and you are worthy. And not only are you worthy, but you are worthy of living the life of your dreams, the life that you desire. And one of the key components to that is recognizing, acknowledging those things that you desire, that dream life, even if it seems crazy. We need to stop hiding and suppressing those things. And the more that we are vocal about these things, the more that we talk about it, the more that we share it, the more women feel empowered to embrace their own desires, the more other women are like, oh, wow, she's doing that. That gives me permission to do it. Wow. Be brave. Be brave and live your life for you, and it is going to empower so many other women to live their lives for them. I was terrified of coming out as a dominatrix. Ugh, what about the shame? What shame? For what? For what? For patriarchal conditioning? For culture that says women can't have desires, that women can't have sexual needs? Excuse me? We are the sexual beings. Our sacral chakra, our sensual energy is the key to creation. It's literally life. We are the sexual beings. Can you imagine the energy and the power and the abundance that we would have in this world if women were in touch with their sexual energy? If women knew how to build and use our sexual energy to create and bring abundance and bring joy and pleasure. If all women were living in joy and pleasure, this world would look so different. Vastly different. And it's not that we would be leaving men out of it. You know how much men would benefit from women being in their joy and pleasure and abundance? When you see a healthy relationship with a man who is thriving, that woman feels safe, she feels loved, she feels secure, she feels free, and she feels feminine. And she is using all of that in her sensual energy to create abundance, love, prosperity, health, all of those things to help that man be successful. When women are in their true power, everyone benefits. It's not one or the other. It doesn't take away from anyone else. And you, as a woman in your true power, owning your desires, does not take away from any other woman. We're not competing. There's enough abundance for all of us. And so do not feel like, well, if I get what I want, then that means that she can't get what she wants, or someone else is going to have less. There's abundance for all of us. And the more that you are in your true power and your desire, you are empowering other women to do the same. And so then we all rise. And as the feminine rises, the masculine rises. The entire vibration of the collective rises when women are in their power. When women are connected with their feminine and their sensual energy, they have self-worth and they own their desires. And not only do we own our desires, but we communicate them and we take action on making those things happen. And we know that there is no limit. And we know that our desires are well intended. We're not here to hurt anyone. We're not here to cause any pain. We're not here to disrupt anything. Our desires are good natured. Our desires coming from love and abundance and play and nurturing and passion and fulfillment. They're not too much. They're not something for you to feel guilty about. They're not something for people to shame you. And if people are shaming you for your desires, they either wish they had those desires, they wish they could live them out, or they're jealous that you're already doing it. Nobody who has created this life for themselves, no woman who has built her dream reality is going to shit on the women who are trying. I'm still currently building my dream reality. And I want to lift as many women up with me as possible. Like, let's all go. I would never talk down or discourage a woman who is trying to better herself, who is trying to connect with her energy, who is owning her desires. The more we empower ourselves and each other, the more we raise the frequency as a collective. And that doesn't mean that the whole world is on your back. That just means have the freedom and the courage and the acceptance and the love for yourself to own your desires. to own them, share them, and take action on them. What would change if you allowed yourself to fully claim your desires? What would change? This could be financial. This could be relationship-wise. This could be sexual, romance-wise, pleasure-wise. What would change? I think your goals would dramatically change. I think your goals would skyrocket. I think your expectations in a relationship would skyrocket. Because once that seed is planted, once you say, that's my goal, that's what I want, this is my vision for this, this is my ideal outcome. Once you say that, there's no going back. You don't settle for less. It's going to be a process. It's going to take action and time and energy to get there. But you don't settle for less. We're not going back on our expectations. We are not settling. We are not reducing our desires. That is your desire. Because you have that thought, you know it is possible. And the only thing limiting you is you. The universe is abundant. The universe is expansive. The universe is limitless. So how much would your life change if you claimed and pursued your desires? That is an incredible response to the journal prompt as well. And writing all of that down is going to make it so much more significant. Knowing that it's on paper, it's out in the universe. These are my desires. I fully accept and love myself for these things. Nothing is too much. And I'm going to take aligned action and pursue them. There's a beautiful practice that goes along with day 11, and it's writing a declaration letter. So declaring all of your desires and then reading it aloud in front of a mirror, in candlelight, acknowledging yourself and your desires. These are not just random. These are things that I have decided I want for myself, and that there's no shame in wanting more. It's power. It's truly power. The quote for our day is, "A woman who honors her desires honors the goddess within." I felt that. The woman who honors her desires honors the goddess within. And like, when you think about goddesses and goddess energy, was there ever a goddess who was like, oh, I want this, but that's too much. Oh, I want that man on his knees for me, but should I ask him? Oh, I really want this incredible dinner and wine and luxury, but will people not like that? Has there ever been a time that powerful women in history did not go for what they wanted? Thought that they were too much? Let the perceived judgment and shame of others stop them from the incredible things that they did? No. Why are you doing that? You're a goddess. You are a literal goddess on your throne, and you're questioning if what you want is too much. Girl, you're a goddess. Own your desires. Own your desires. That's where your power comes from. I really felt like all of that needed to be said. And I had no idea that my spicy session was going to tie into that today, but how beautiful. And I love that I was able to share that energy with you, because I've been vibing. I've been absolutely vibing today. And like, this energy, this excitement, this pleasure, this joy, this is because my desires were met. This is because I said, I want this. And I have created a reality for myself where these things happen, where these things are possible. Because I know I'm worthy. I know I'm worthy. and we create our own reality. We really do. I hope this episode was beautiful for you today and that you have some takeaways about your desires and some practices that you can do, whether it was our affirmation or your journal prompt and the practice for that for our day 11. And if you are enjoying the journal prompts, the affirmations, the practices, this is all in the Awaken Your Feminine playbook. And this is day 11, so we are going through this right now. We started on the new moon because it aligns with the lunar cycles. And so there is a group of us in our Goddess Guidance community, and we are going through the entire playbook together with support and encouragement of other women. And so if this is something that you want to join in on, we will be starting another group the next new moon on the lunar cycle. And we'll be sharing juicy tidbits of the energy and how we are truly able to connect with our feminine in these 30 days. So the link to the playbook is below. Also, if you enjoyed the episode, please share with any other women in your life that you know. That is the best way for us to get this message out and truly awaken the feminine. Thank you. I hope you all have a lovely week, and I will see you next Friday.